Hi guys, what's up? Laren here, and today I have a 26 Everbloom that I wanted to go over with you guys. This commentary will be mostly on bosses, since it's tyrannical, and the challenge in this dungeon is mostly the bosses, since they have a lot of healing checks that I wanted to explain and wanted to show you guys how you can heal them efficiently as Shaman, because Shaman can heal them pretty well. Mana could be an issue though, so I will tell you what are the best tools and how you can enhance your gameplay in order for you to not go as fast as you probably are at the moment, because Shaman can be very mana draining if not played efficiently around your spell usage. But yeah, I will try to be short here on the commentary, and if you have any questions, do feel free to ask in the comment section down below, and I hope you enjoy the VOD.
For you. I go get the next guys. Oh, I hope these flying guys don't get pulled here. I didn't even know there's a 3-man patrol of those. I have Poison Cleansing Term running, but I'm out of it.
Divine Shield.
We have a lot of things.
Darkness.
Yep, yeah, they got pulled there. I didn't even know there's a patrol of those. We handle it. Oh, 3. Okay, don't bend, you have it up. Closing 1. Okay, so I need to pull it back then next time. Oh, bro, bit of extra calm.
No, he will awaken.
Got some anger come. Breath of Eons.
Nothing. I'm gonna knock after this.
I'm
Into cap.
Oh my god.
We have not yet purified the water.
I'll knock the next guys.
We are all doomed.
You want me to go grab the box while you're doing these?
No, I'm gonna go get. Let's wait a bit for my stuff to build up.
I'll try to be very brief here on the first boss, since there's not a lot to talk about as a healer. You just pretty much wanna DPS all the time. There's not a lot of healing to be done, so the other useful thing to do as a healer is just add DPS. And what you want to be doing here, DPS wise in your rotation, is keep Flame Shock active all the time.
So difficult for me to find my black.
Keep Acid Rain on cooldown. And cast Lava Burst. Make use of those Lava Surge procs with Lava Burst. And cast Lightning Bolt. The moment there's a growth
Hey Sarah, what's up?
pedal, one of the mobs that spurs from a root, like I said, the moment you have 2 targets, start just Chain Lightning. And you can also spread a Flame Shock to that same mob, so then you have more Lava Surge procs, and then you can Lava Burst the boss for more single target damage. But yeah, that's pretty much the boss fight.
Breath of Aeons. Looks like your cooldown time is gonna be better this time as well, Berg. At least with the breath. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to hold it last time. But now you'll be ready for next back instead.
Yeah.
How long did it took last time to kill this?
It was 5 minutes, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
454.
So not that much faster this time. Somehow. Don't know why.
ICDs were different because we were so much faster. Like before the boss.
I hate being sectored.
Just sending the cooldown.
Breath of Aeons.
Got 3 of these, but that's fine. the patrol when it comes here. In front of the wall. Patrol next as well.
Yeah, 20% haste is fine. It's kind of like what do you wanna kind of aim for, like at its max. Wouldn't go overboard with like 24% haste. I think that's a bit too much. But 20 is just fine. I personally like around that level. Gonna pop Ascendance here, so I have it for the boss.
Zephyr.
Can you train?
That's good with enough.
The forest closes in around you.
Breath of Eons.
We have
One
12
more
bombs.
I'll use ER for safety. I rally as well.
Rallying Cry.
Actually, bro. Fuck. That's not the edge.
Darkness.
No.
Yes.
Never escape.
Zephyr.
What?
I got storming.
I'm gonna hold cooldowns for boss.
I think that's okay plan. So we're gonna dance around the guys who are casting. And Peru Laren on the important ones on each. Peru Netsu guy and Laren the healer. But Laren, you can kick the very first kick on Star here, okay?
You mean orange?
Star, because the Star is the one we are gonna start on now, because that's the one
Oh,
who's
okay.
cast first. So Laren first on this, and then you
Damn.
just hold for.
And here we have the second boss of the dungeon, which is the Council boss, aka Ancient Protectors. What you want to be doing on this boss is pretty much, before
Always kick the
you actually engage the boss, is make sure that people have Riptide applied on them, and that you open up with a Cloudburst, send Primordial Wave, and as soon as people drop low, you Healing Wave, and pretty much do a big AoE heal on everyone affected by Riptide. Well, that's pretty much how Primordial Wave works. And I also try to be at 2 to 3 stacks of Undulation. At least for the first one, it's very tricky to be at that number of stacks throughout the fight, because you see that a lot of the healing that I'm doing is with Healing Surge, because a lot of the bolts are doing sort of half of someone's HP, so they're gonna be needing a lot of attention and single target healing if a lot of the casts will go through. And like I said, those casts will go through because there's not enough kicks to handle how fast these casts go off. So yeah, outside of Cloudburst and Primordial Wave Cleaves, what you want to be doing on this fight healing wise is try to only send chain heals during high tide, otherwise you're gonna be running into mana issues. Send Riptide on cooldown. You're gonna be healing Surge a lot because that's really your only option outside of Healing Wave for mana efficiency reasons as well, and obviously outside of Primordial Wave. And Cloudburst timings will also be a very crucial AoE healing tool in this boss fight. In regards to movement, this boss fight is also very hectic because you have to dodge the swirlies and there's a lot of AoE damage during that time. So do make sure that you do not override Nature's Swiftness and Spirit Walker's Grace in this fight because they need to be separated and split, as it is a very important utility tool for you to be able to heal on the go, especially when you're dodging those same AoE green circles, which happen throughout the fight, which you see me doing. And yeah, this boss fight is very healing intensive, like I said, and your main healing sources will be Primordial Wave, Healing Wave Cleaves, Healing Surge, Chain Heal, affected by High Tide, and Cloudburst. If you're playing Totemic Recall, make sure to use that on a Cloudburst because you will need it. And yeah, Cloudburst is a very important tool that you can manage and it will make your life a lot easier on this boss.
Three, two, one.
Very quick. He's not gonna cast the heal anymore.
3, 2, 1.
Not taking any damage.
I didn't. I don't know why. It's because the friend died.
3,
Probably.
2, 1.
I usually play with that trinket combo, Flame. What triggers the gunshot sound? It's the Abomination AoE.
Crit, do you wanna go with the flame guy? And that is Laren and crit kicks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Good enough.
Moon,
Okay,
unfortunate. I'll kick after.
Breath of Eons.
I'm on fire.
Okay.
What's that?
Stop. Laren, you need to kick the arcane guy. I go full. Yeah, let's go do the red carrot. Why not? Because kick, I'll get them. On the next part, I get me and Kuru arcane. Crit Laren, Fire Guy, and Veruk crossbows when you can. Is that cool? Yep.
Sorry, what do you want me on?
You and Laren Pyro,
Okay.
you can start on the guy.
Okay, Apple.
Kuru
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
first on the arcane.
I'm next grid.
Okay.
Go next altar.
And Veruk on crossbows.
I had a bad potion there.
Shit.
I kick.
No,
No,
I
you
kick.
kick. Yeah.
What?
Do I get this? No, I have to kick.
I'm kicking.
You guys can change the frost. Me and Kurvan are.
Me on frost. Fire effect. Me on frost.
We get them on. You need me to bully you one small guy here for?
Yeah, sure.
Let's wait for Anna. Just let me know when
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
about to be done.
I'm set.
I can't fight it!
He's sitting on one.
In regards to Archmage Sol, what you see me doing here is I always communicate with the tank that I'm playing with that when I'm ready for this boss fight. And what I want to be doing on pool is make sure that people have Riptide applied on them pre-pool, because she's gonna be doing the Cinderbolt Storm 3 to 4 seconds just as you pull the boss. Try to be at 2 to 3 stacks of Annihilation, and then you Primordial Wave, and in this case I sent Nature Swiftness
4,
paired with Ancestral Guidance,
2,
and because I was at 2 to 3 stacks of Annihilation, like I said, I sent a Healing Wave, which then applied onto the whole group, so that Primordial Wave healing, or rather shall I say Healing Wave healing,
Don't get dragged
got
here.
boosted by 50%. Also,
Watch on the next
that
phase.
being paired with Ancestral Guidance is a huge AoE heal, and all of that healing replicated is more than enough for the whole group to survive, unless the fire is super bad and has bad RNG and manages to kill someone in 3 ticks, because that can also happen, well, because Warlords of Draenor bosses are something special, to say the least. First boss of Shadowmoon Burial Grounds, I still remember you and have nightmares about you. But yeah, outside of Primordial Wave, make sure that you always have a Cloudburst ready for the AoE. Pre-place a Cloudburst totem, have Riptide applied on the group on cooldown, and if you don't have Primordial Wave available, send Chain Heal with High Tide only.
This orb into ice.
Sometimes there will be some awkward scenarios, because I've seen that this boss has had some spell queuing issues where I've just had to chain heal, pretty much just spam, in order for people to live, because the fire phase happened randomly.
5,
But outside of that scenario, you just primarily want to be casting chain heal during high tide, and you can also send an Ascendance, which is very good AoE healing. You can also send a Healing Tide, but with Healing Tide I would still pair it with Chain Heals, because Healing Tide by itself will not be enough to cover a
1.
fire phase, so you still need to do single target healing or AoE healing for the whole group. Spirit Link is my last resort CD on this fight, because it's very awkward with dodging the
This is ice into fire.
ice orbs and the arcade orbs and getting dragged onto fire when you have the arcane phase. So I'll try to save it for very last resort scenarios, and outside of that, what you see me doing here is, like I said, place Riptide on people on cooldown, play well around Cloudburst and Primordial Wave, and outside of Primordial Wave, play well around Chain Heal and High Tide, and pair that with a cooldown. You also see me playing Totemic Recall. Like I said, Recall is a talent where I can justify saying that it's very good for bosses like this, because you get another charge of Cloudburst, which allows you to securely heal that same AoE phase, and that's pretty much Archmage Sol.
I'm drinking in the back.
Can we keep one in combat? Signet Brent. So just kill one.
Nah, maybe I need to go. Just kill.
I'm in the back, so wait.
Oh yeah, okay, don't, yeah, we need to wait this anyway. But yeah, we can just kill and needs to go. Laren is ready.
Alright, I keep eating, but I got a flavor pocket this week. I forgot about that.
The portal is lost. We must stop this
Right,
beast
good luck.
before it can escape.
Careful melee hit here. Close.
In regards to the last boss, my biggest tip that I can tell you is save personals slash defensives only when the ad is up. And this is because the boss does a frontal, which deals AoE damage to the whole group. And when the ad is alive, as you probably know by now, it also does group-wide damage. That being paired with the frontal, which can also happen when the ad is alive, can be very deadly because it's 2 AoE scenarios happening at the same time. Types of damage, that is. What you see me doing for the first one here, for example, is I pre-placed a Cloudburst totem, I had Riptide available, and I just pressed AG with Stormkeeper, to DPS down the ad and help my group. And by doing that, I was still healing, obviously not as much because I was DPSing. Ideally you wanna pair Ancestral Guidance with healing, but that same healing with Stormkeeper was somewhat enough to help people stay healthy. And then I healing wave cleaved just before the stomp, so people would get topped to 100% health. And then I did not manually recall my Cloudburst because I noticed that I had 1.4 or 1.5 mil healing, and I just let it expire. So I would go stomp on the flowers and just let it do its thing while it expired. And so I didn't have to manually heal people because if I recalled my Cloudburst at that moment, it would have gone to overhealing, and you know, that would be bad because then I would have to actually manually heal people and I would probably go faster and had no reason to. But yeah, I do not ever use Cloudburst for when the boss is by itself. Always have Cloudburst when the ad is up, and that's only to secure that people don't die, because there's a lot of healing to be done in this fight, so I don't think Cloudburst is something you want to spend only when the boss is up. I try to be very efficient with mana when the boss is by itself, so I can send a Nature Swiftness paired with a Chain Heal with Eye Tide, or I healing wave people, not healing surge, because I have time for them to be healed back up. The only scary time is only when the ad is up paired with the boss AoE, which is, like I said, what you wanna be saving Cloudburst for, as well as cooldowns. In the down phase, you can manually heal people back up with Healing Wave and be very efficient with your mana, because this is one of those tyrannical fights where your mana will be what determines if you kill this boss or not, in some sense. Obviously, also the DPS have to do their job and actually kill the ad fast enough, but you also have to be very attentive to your mana. You see me that I consumed a mana pot very early on the boss fight, like when I was at 80% mana, I want to say like 1 minute or 30 seconds into the fight. This is because I know that this boss fight on Tyran lasts a lot, and it lasts enough for me to consume 2 mana pots. So that's why I just sent one on pool, because I knew that I was gonna probably need 1 or 2, so, you know, might as well make use of it. And I didn't do as bad as I thought I would regarding my mana. It wasn't pretty at the end, but I think that's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. Even with healing efficiently on this boss, his mana is gonna be an issue. but there are ways around it, and I think you can get something from this video and try to play more efficiently next time if you do an Everbloom. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I talked probably a bit more than I wanted to on these bosses, but I think it was enough for you guys to grab a lot of information. If you have any more questions, you can always DM me through Discord, or you can always drop a question in the comments down below, or you can also, like I said, can check me on Discord or DMs. But yeah, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video.
I don't have much damage.
Sacrifice. Divine Shield. Zephyr. Rallying Cry.
It's reviving the little ones.
I'm so because okay, let's need to push a bit more for 27 though, I guess. I got Vegas 27.
Nice.
Wow, nice kill. Do you need?